The new Freeride 2 14-meter is the most high-performance paramotor wing that Ozone sells and arguably one of the most high-performance paramotor wings on the market whatsoever. So obviously, I had to buy one. But what makes it so high performance? First off, the original Freeride platform has been the choice of many slalom pilots across the world and the winner of various slalom competitions since it came out. It's the glider I won the Icarus race on, as well as my go-to glider choice for everyday flying. When Ozone came out with the second version of this wing, I knew it was going to be great. But in addition to this, the glider sizing makes a huge difference in performance. The smaller you go, the faster you fly, and the more maneuverability you have. It's like flying a fighter jet versus a jumbo jet, or like riding a motorcycle versus driving a school bus. I've always flown the 16-meter as my everyday wing, but I wanted something special, something fast and insane and dynamic and different, so I went with the smallest size they sell, the 14-meter. In this video, I'm going to give my first impressions of this new glider, and in future videos, I will give some more in-depth thoughts. But before we get into it, in full disclosure, I am an Ozone dealer, but I did purchase this glider with my own money. While the Freeride is only an appropriate glider for the most advanced pilots, if you're looking for any Ozone glider like the Mojo for beginners or the Spider for intermediate, please check out my web store at tuckergott.com or email me for more information at info@tuckergott.com, and I'd be happy to help you out. So let's get into it. First things first, I took my shiny new glider out of the packaging, unfolded her, and kited her up for the first time. As with a lot of gliders, the brake lines come pretty long from the factory, so I made some quick adjustments and double-checked everything by kiting the glider before I flew it. Once I was satisfied, it was time to fly. Now, I knew this glider was going to be quick to launch, so I was prepared to run pretty fast, but as soon as I got her into the air, I was instantly impressed. Okay, here we go. First flight on the Freeride 2. Literally just got to Lake Wales. Literally just shortened the tip line by a little bit. Very spontaneous, but these are going to be my genuine first impressions on the Freeride 2 14-meter.
Clippy clip. I haven't flown a paramotor in a long time. Holy f***ing fast! Holy shit! Yeah, we're hauling balls, dude. This is f***ing absurd so far. So far, the weight shift is insane. The maneuvering is insane. Got a barrel roll. Got a breaker in right. This is going to be the most effortless barrel roll. I'm positive. Holy f***ing shit. Oh, that was incredible. Woo! Holy fuck! She f***ing rips! Okay, first couple minutes of this flight, just ripping around, feeling the wing out. I can't wait. I couldn't wait. I just needed to rip on it. And now I gotta settle down for a second and give you guys my impressions. 14 meter free ride 2. First off, the speed is incredible. When I took off the first time and you let your hands up and you accelerate to full flight, you get that huge difference in like the brake speed versus the full speed. After that, next thing I notice is how obviously dynamic it is. Being so small, you roll into a turn, you weight shift, and it just leans right over. Barrel rolls, effortless. Swoop landings, fat. And I've only done like 3 touch and goes so far. Everything about this, I know that like I'm just getting used to it, and it has so much more potential beyond what I'm feeling right now in every aspect. But the good side too is it also doesn't feel like it wants to kill me immediately. Like I've been on wings that just feel dangerous so far in turbulence and everything else. This feels pretty freaking solid. I mean, you have to respect it. It's a 14 meter square meter glider, so there's no lack of respect there, but it does feel very dialed. Speaking of dialed, the brake lines are not dialed in the length that I would prefer so far, so I'm flying with my hands a lot lower, so that just kind of makes everything a little bit weird. But outside of that, so far this thing is an animal. And I want to just go throw a tip drag on the ground, but that's how I would freaking end up paralyzed, because I know I'm not capable of doing that safely, so I'm not going to. It is a little bit power hungry. For being a 14 meter, that's to be expected, but I do have a special motor coming very soon, which will solve that problem. Okay, I'm going to stow my selfie stick for a second and try some wing overs. I do know that this wing, when you point it at the ground, it eats up altitude quick, so you got to be aware of it. My God, the way it dives. Holy fuck, dude, those barrel rolls are so greasy. It's so much spicier. It's like me trying to tone it down is still manhandling it, if that makes sense. It takes such light pressure to do everything. All right, I'm gonna come in for a landing because I only had 4 liters of gas in this tank. I really want to swoop this thing trims out, but I know it's not a good idea. I'm gonna take it slow. The weight shift is just ridiculously responsive. It's pretty good. It's really good. I'm in love. It's stupid. It's like way too fast and way too maneuverable and way too everything in the best possible way. I think I'll take a quick lap. I really want to land it trimmed out, but I'm scared I'm just gonna like fall on my face. But I think it'll be fine.
After my first flight, I kind of really wanted to go up again, so I did. I mostly wanted to practice some swoop landings, which is a large reason why I got this glider. Trimmed out swoop landings are some of my favorite things to do, and the Freeride 2 14 meter is a machine designed for the task. I was honestly a little scared though. I knew this wing was going to come in screaming fast, and I was just hoping that it would have enough flare to slow it down at the very end. And I was not disappointed. Some wings, especially small ones, have a tendency to just fold up and drop you at the end of the flare. But in classic Ozone fashion, this glider did not. It remained powerful till the very end and set me down gently each time.
Oh yeah.
Finally find something that like makes you shake because it's like scary enough. That's this. Shift, touch a little brake, and it's just like 180 pointing at the ground. And it's just like full power, wait, and then like touch it, and it like wants to over rotate. But then it's also like the whole time, if the motor dies, I'm like, I'm gonna tomahawk down with it and eat shit and yard sale everywhere. And then they're gonna have to call the helicopter in, and then it's gonna be a mess.
Look at that cutie. Look at that smile.
After my first session with this glider, I had an opportunity to fly it a little bit more. And each flight, I felt more and more comfortable, but I know I still have hours to go before I can take full advantage of the entire performance range. Going into this, I knew this glider would be extreme, and I promised myself it wouldn't be my everyday glider. And that's why I kept my original Freeride 16 meter. But I also knew I would love it, and I would want to fly it all the time. Right now, I'm still undecided. I just have to fly it more to understand it and then make a decision. I do know that this wing is incredible. You basically just think about a maneuver and it does it. The swoops are insane and there's so much more potential to squeeze out of it. Stay tuned for a more in-depth review and be sure to reach out if you have any interest in any Ozone wings. Till the next episode, have fun, fly safe, peace.